interesting. We'll get on the screen. Former federal prosecutor Andrew Cherkasky joins me now. There's a long delay in this tariffs case before the Supreme Court. That delay, is the delay positive for President Trump?
Well, this is a very complicated issue, and so to call it a delay, I think, is putting something on it perhaps that isn't quite there. I think that the length of time that it's taking is positive because it is generally a favorable court to President Trump. Now, that doesn't mean they always rule in his favor, and if they were going to rule against him here, if it was going to be something that was remarkably costly, I think that they would have tried to stop the bleeding by now. So get something out there that essentially says this can't continue to go forward. But at the end of the day, the President of the United States must be able to engage in diplomacy, which involves negotiations of all sorts with foreign governments. And if that power is taken away, I think we have a real issue with who's in control of our foreign policy.
You don't think it's going to be taken away, do you?
I don't think it's going to. So I think that they're going to say that President Trump, or the executive generally, has the power to engage in these negotiations. But the real nuance of it, the issue of it, is in how then Congress pays for it and they ratify treaties. There is a handoff there where there are guardrails, and I think that the Supreme Court right now is figuring out, if not this way, then how can they do it, writing something for the ages, I suppose.
Here's something I'm really interested in. The Supreme Court is going to hear arguments on the birthright citizenship. April 1st is the date. Trump wants to ban automatic citizenship for babies born in the United States if their parents are in this country illegally. How do you see this playing out?
Well, it's a wrong notion that I think people have had for a very long time in our country, that it is settled law that birthright citizenship exists for anybody who has a baby on our soil. That's not what the cases that go back to the 1800s actually reflect. It was a very different time in terms of what immigration status was back then versus now. And so this issue really has not been resolved. It has not been directly answered. I think that President Trump and the administration's position on creating actual rules instead of some sort of fiction about what birthright citizenship means is well-founded in the law. And I think that they've got a very strong case that will be heard on April 1st, and we'll hear a lot more what they think.
But that would turn things upside down, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, there are people in our country in legal status and illegal statuses. And so those that are here illegally, that idea that they can have a baby here and that then that baby is American, that doesn't exist really anywhere else in the world or kind of through the history of the world. And so it is a very unique notion that we've created out of, it seems like, thin air, or at least misinterpretations of much earlier Supreme Court decisions.
God, it's a remarkable Supreme Court and what they're going to be doing, really shifting our society. This Supreme Court.
They have the power to define, I think, some of the directions as to what we are as an American mentality. And I think it's a freedom first, a very honest opinion of what the Constitution always has been.
That's fascinating. Andrew, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.